Guys, I wish we were starting with good news. Don't worry, we'll have some good news later. But this one is not particularly good news. This is more of a refresher because we all went through the big debacle with Helldivers 2, which I love, amazing game, and but PlayStation Network, Sony, with their PlayStation Network debacle, decided to absolutely screw over the momentum of the game. And it was an extremely rough situation. Hold on one second. Burb, you can't join the Discord? What do you mean? Let's see. Oh, I just have to give you permissions. There you go. There you go. Permissions are given. Permissions are given. Oh, no, it's yeah. Burb, because I play a lot of League, I have to give permissions individually. That's why. Yeah. So it's either me or a mod has to give the permissions because, you know, I'm a brown dude who plays a lot of League of Legends, which means we got a lot of racists and a lot of toxos and a lot of people trying to, like, you know, hack the community and all kinds of shit. So that's why. That is why. Show off a new weapon that my boyfriend and I are making. Ooh, nice. There you go. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Like LARPing? Like LARPing? What kind of weapon? Show us in the Discord. We'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. Absolutely. There's a Corgi Creations channel. You can definitely put that in there. But yeah, like I was saying, the PlayStation Network debacle, it took away a lot of the momentum that was behind Helldivers 2. And we thought that we had that victory several weeks ago when Sony delivered an apology statement, and it was by Sony's marketing team and so on that did the apology statement. And we thought we were all hunky-dory. And they did reverse their decision a little bit, but not fully. And I tried to warn you guys then, but I will try to make another video here because this is full-on proof that we have not won this battle yet. I kid you not. I wish I could say we have this battle fully won, but that is not the case. Just today, Helldivers 2, not today, actually, this is a couple of days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Helldivers 2 caused over 20,000 Steam accounts to be fully banned. Let's read this. Valve has never been one to allow gamers to break the rules, even when with them going so far as to showing back bans publicly for those caught in cheating in Steam games. But recently, they have been cracking down on players that have been bypassing regional restrictions by utilizing VPNs and reseller sites. By the way, guys, before anything else, I wanted to clear up that this is not Steam's fault. Sony writes these rules for the PlayStation Network to not be allowed to be used via, VPNs and so on. This is Sony's fault. So, yeah. People were trying to bypass the rules of needing to be in one of the specific countries to be able to join via PlayStation Network to buy the game and be able to play it and so on. They're not allowed to do that, and they got banned for it. Now, this is something I was trying to warn you guys, that when we thought we got that victory, we only got a partial one. They allowed people that already have accounts that have Helldivers 2 bought to play the game. Those people can play the game. However, if you are a new player who wants to buy Helldivers 2 and you're in one of the 177 countries/regions that do not have PSN network access, you are not allowed to buy the game in any way, shape, or form. And if you try to bypass PSN by making an account through a VPN, you can, and at this point, will get banned. And this is exactly what happened here. This is Sony overreaching again. Sony is overreaching again, and I really hope that people wake up and they go back to downvoting Helldivers 2 on Steam, because this is the only thing that Sony listens to. Sony is the publisher here. Publishers care about their Steam page. Publishers many times make the Steam page for these games. And Sony is not playing fair. They're not wanting to do the thing that they said that they were going to do. And it's up to us to, again, I think, start boycotting this game. Either we all dive or none of us dive. And as we saw 3 weeks ago, I think it was 3 weeks ago by now, or maybe it was like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, these companies like Sony, they have and will continue to bend, break, and reverse their decisions if us gamers are strong enough to be able to force them into that. They do give up. They do bend. They do break. We just have to keep that pressure on. Let's continue the article here. Following the Helldivers 2 PSN controversy that has led to the game being restricted to 180 countries, many gamers took to these methods to still be able to play and access the game, which has led to many being banned. So basically, it's people that couldn't play the game. They wanted to try to play the game, so they did whatever avenue they could to try to play the game, and they got banned for it. So far, 20,000 gamers have been banned, although it has largely been contained to players in Russia and Belarus. There were some other countries involved. It was Estonia. It's like Eastern Bloc countries, essentially. Previous Eastern Bloc countries. Eastern European countries. And, they deserve to be able to play the game. They deserve to be able to buy the game. They're not trying to play the game without buying it. They're not trying to pirate the game or anything. They're literally trying to play the game at the only avenue they have to play it. And it's really fucking sucks that they're being banned from playing the game. And actually, their Steam accounts are just straight up being banned. This is not only affecting them playing Helldivers 2, this is affecting their entire Steam account. Both countries were restricted from accessing Sony games in February 2024, with the countries also being banned from purchasing games on PlayStation consoles back in 2022. However, some gamers felt like they were being treated unfairly and have looked for ways to still play titles such as Helldivers 2, which has become Sony's biggest launch ever following its release in February. And guys, like, this is something that's like really shitty. These are just random gamers. It's just random people that want to play a fun game. This is why having arbitrary rules on like PSN accounts, third-party account sites, things like that, this is why this shit always sucks, always blows, and this is why we should always fight against it. Absolutely. This fully describes it. Sony can suck your balls. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Eeyore says, UT 2004, Unreal Tournament, you mean? And then TF2 waited for another game like Team Fortress 2 for a long time, hoping for the same one of the character, StarCraft. Yeah, there you go. New Tribes game? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Reminds you when USA banned exports of PS2 to North Korea because they had a CPU that maybe North Korea could fuse into Super... Wait, I never heard of that. Holy smokes. Wow, that's insane. Yeah. Players in these countries have been taken to using VPNs to change their location to be able to access Steam in other parts of the world where the restrictions aren't in place. Also, by the way, before anything else, this problem will get worse. We just saw Ghost of Tsushima launch with PlayStation Network requirements that basically made it so anyone who is in these 180 countries and regions could not even buy Ghost of Tsushima, even if they weren't planning on playing the multiplayer. The PlayStation Network being required for multiplayer, while annoying, made, it was I guess, their rules for that. But people couldn't even buy the game at all, even for just the single player. Also, this will happen even more in a few short months when God of War, which is one of Sony's biggest games, one of PS5's biggest games, is soon to be launching. We already have confirmation that God of War will have full PSN requirements on PC. This is completely required now. It was confirmed by Sony, and this is them putting a line in the sand saying that either you sign up for PSN or you don't play our game. And I think, frankly, at that point, I don't give a fuck how good the game is. I don't care that it is God of War and I really want to play God of War. The fact that it requires PSN account precludes me from playing the game. Why? Because I care about 180 countries being able to play the game. The fact that people in my part of the world, which is South Asia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, parts of India, all of China, All these giant countries cannot play these games because PSN access is not allowed in those countries. And for that to be able to block single player games is absolute arbitrary corporate bullshit. This is just some exec at Sony trying to raise their numbers for PSN signups. That is it. That is literally all it is. and it's a cash grab by Sony, because the more people that sign up for PSN, the higher their number goes up, the higher their stock goes, and the more people that they can sucker into paying for games on the PlayStation Network, buying a subscription for PlayStation Plus and all that shit. That is why they want people to sign up for PSN. It's related to all those things. It's arbitrary bullshit. They could easily release the game without PSN access. They've done it before. They could do it again. Some players also try to do this to secure cheaper copies of the game, such as in countries in Argentina, where titles are often 60% cheaper due to the strength of the local currency. Valve has smartened up to this practice and made it difficult to do, and many users are banned once it's discovered. Yeah, that's about regional pricing. Regional pricing is a major thing. But that's like different than having PSN requirements. This right here has nothing to do with needing a PSN requirement. This now looks like those using VPNs to access games such as Helldivers 2 in restricted countries are being banned. So far, it's been largely contained to Russia and Belarus, but there are reports from other countries. Yes, I saw reports myself on Twitter from people in Serbia going through the same thing, and Serbia is a pretty westernized nation. It's a westernized European nation. They're not like a super poor country or anything. I saw reports of people in the Balkan states, same exact thing. Players in these countries activating global Steam keys to circumvent the restriction are also being banned. So even if you don't use VPN, if you use a global Steam key, even though it says global Steam key, you still get banned. If that is not an overreach, dude, I do not know what is, man. If you activated a global Steam key in a non-restricted country, there should be no reason to worry about your account being banned. But if you are one that has been banned, or you activated a Steam key prior to your country being restricted, you can contact Steam support. Yeah, I mean, Steam will try to probably make this right. They don't want their users to be banned over some arbitrary Sony bullshit. They just don't really have a choice here. So I can definitely see them, fixing this situation on their end. But, I mean, Sony's still going to block it. Absolutely. For those that are still able to play the game, Helldivers 2 story is reaching its most crucial... Yeah, whatever. I mean, like, I haven't played... I'm not going to lie, guys. I love Helldivers 2. And prior to this Sony bullshit that basically ruined the game for me and many, many others, I was enjoying this game thoroughly. It was my game of the year. And since this happened, until and unless all 180 countries and regions get their access back and be able to play the game, don't get banned for this shit anymore, anything like that, and Sony wisens up, until that happens, I will not play the game. And I will not change my review from negative over this to positive once again. Sony can suck my right nut, because this is absolute overreach. And I really, really hope that this video reaches as many people as possible. Is able to inform people that this problem is still ongoing. No one is really talking about this anymore. I'm talking about this. Pirate Software, who is an indie game developer who cares about these types of things a lot, he's talking about this, and his scale is really, really large. But pretty much everyone else who is passionate about this issue, they don't realize that this is still an issue anymore. So I would highly recommend share this video, at least share this article, and I will link this article in the description of the video below. And give this video a like and a sub. If you like this video, I'll always cover the news, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I'll always do my best to give you guys a fair shake and a no bullshit review of what is going on. So thank you so much for giving me your time.